Hello friends, this is Coldrun back with Dragon Age Inquisition. We are here in the Trespasser DLC about to enter this Alluvion to find a way to a certain island. See how it goes. And my best understanding of what this is... my best understanding of what this is that this is some kind of haven that Fen'harel built.
That alluvion only took us a short distance. That's the same lake we saw from the other tower.
So the old elves had many uses for these devices.
Yeah, so the only thing we know about this is we saw... Oh, look at these. So these are elves riding stags or fighting. Some of them are fighting. Well, no, because the elves are up top. You can see the long ears, like the pronounced long ears, and this one on the bottom is getting gored. And I don't think it's an elf. Yeah, so I get the sense that this is like an elven haven against the cruelties of the outside world sort of thing. What is this? This is a dragon? Yeah, that's a dragon, all right. Stags charge, yeah, elves charging into battle. Elves seem to, in this art style, elves seem to have especially long necks, also. Hello, friends. Right back at you.
Wounds on the back, no blood on his sword. Someone took him by surprise.
This can't have happened too long ago. The blood's not even dry.
Yeah, the birds are here, though. So this is another Fen'harel, another wolf. With elves around it, too, like a wolf surrounded by elves. The promise of Fen'harel. A wash of powerful magic carries a pang of hope. Images flash by. A man in wolfskin standing with a group of freed slaves, clasping one arm in friendship. Words are not so much heard as felt. Fen'harel has been falsely named a god, but is as mortal as any of you. He takes no divine mantle and asks that none be bestowed upon him. He leads only those who would help willingly. Let none be beholden but by choice. Yeah, he seems kind of like an extreme freedom advocate.
This is Fen'harel helping former slaves as a mortal, not a god.
He took great pains to renounce his supposed divinity.
Yeah.
But Fenny helping is bonkers.
Fen'harel sounds like quite the rebel. The old elven gods must have simply loved that.
Yeah, so I'm definitely getting a picture of where things are leaning with Fen'harel, of what this is shaping up to be. But how does that... I'm curious how that leads us into conflict with him, because he's... So far, all we're seeing is, like, good guy Fen'harel.
Here we go again. What a change of pace from the Winter Palace. A clear sky, a beautiful view, and yes, fields and fields of stripweed as far as the eye can see.
Strip what?
Terrible stuff. Looks like grass, stings like a knife, and causes sores if you so much as brush against it. So, of course, everyone in Menrathus insists it makes a very decent tea.
Sassy Dorian is pretty much the only Dorian, and I love him. So that's where we came from. So this is a drop down. Let me see if there's anything we can drop down to. There's loot there. Oh, 281 gold. I'm overflowing with joy. Okay, so let's head inside here and see what else appears. Where does this lead? So these, I think, are this ghostly floating with blood around them. I think those are symbols of dead elves. You see the pointy ears still. Yeah, they look like dead elves. Or at least despairing elves. I think they're dead, though. I mean, so is this a tomb, maybe? Okay. And these are... This looks like, again, elven skeletons. Ghosts and skeletons. So this seems like a tomb, but I don't know. So what does this show? This shows there's Fen'harel at the top. And... I'm not sure what this design is. The Lies of the Evanuris. A wash of powerful magic carries a sensation of bitter fury. Images flash by, elven mages enslaving tens of thousands, making arrogant proclamations of godhood. Words are not so much heard as felt. The gods are Evanuris, claim divinity, yet they are naught but mortals powerful in magic who can die as you can. In this place we teach those who join us to unravel their lies. Yeah, no wonder that Fen'harel was such a... He had to have been absolutely detested by the other elven gods. Let me just reread this here. Image flashed by elven mages enslaving tens of thousands. So the elven mages enslaving thousands are the gods that are in Fen'harel's view, the mages, or in his telling at least. It may be the truth, I don't know yet.
The elven gods were just Evanuris, powerful but completely mortal mages.
Was this the start of an uprising? Freed elven slaves against their former masters?
Certainly sounds like it.
If that's true, Fen'harel was teaching these freed slaves the truth about these false gods.
Anchor discharge, gross. The anchor now automatically generates focus over time. Discharge the accumulated focus, gross. With L2 and L3. L2 is the trigger, L3 is the button. Okay. Discharging the anchor makes your party briefly invulnerable. That sounds good. The anchor also glows brightly for a short time, lighting dark areas and revealing objects hidden there.
What's wrong?
It felt like the anchor stung me.
Alright, so I'm going to try. It's clearly telling me to do this right now, so let's try it. Oh, I see the new button there. L2 plus L3 to use anchor as a light source. Okay. So what I'm curious about, and this is something you can tell me, I guess, is... Or I mean, okay, you don't have to tell me, but like... I wouldn't consider this a spoiler. When it says reveal hidden objects, does it just mean that it can reveal them because you can see them because it lights up the room? Or are there objects that you can't see, like, even if I'm looking right at it, unless I use the thing? Take.
This looks like it fits into that pedestal by the broken bridge.
I will trust you on that. I don't have any memory of it. Okay, so we see the elven... Yeah, swarms charging forward. Very cool. Okay. Is that infinite use? Can I use that all the time? I don't want to risk it, so I don't want to mess with it just yet, unless it's because like maybe it's not something I can use all the time. Turn the weighted statue to the bridge.
Yeah?
It is kind of creepy in here. Okay, so we're heading back around. We'll drop down here and head back to... So it wasn't here, was it? It was... We have to go into the Alluvion. Okay. Smoking Tower. So this is where we came from before. I don't feel the need to explore it again because we've already checked it out pretty carefully, I think. I hope I am not wrong, but I also get the sense that even if I am wrong, I'll get the chance to come back here, because there were those parts that I've checked back in that have those purple fire on it, that's, you know, guarding treasure chests, which is clearly something that I'm going to be able to access later, like after either I talk to someone who douses it or I get the power to douse it myself or something. Okay, so I put the wolf statue on here. Make contact with the Qunari. Okay. I still don't know where I am, right? Well, no, because I guess, is this on the continent of Tevinter? I don't know if Tevinter's a continent, but is this on the landmass that has Tevinter on it? Because Dorian was telling us about the grass around here that's used to make tea. But I didn't know if the elves went up as far as Tevinter. I don't know, I'm sure we'll see. Or did Qunari?
Qunari!
Oh, we're gonna have to fight them? Ben Hosrath agent, okay.
Bashidan! The Inquisition doesn't leave alive.
Oh, this is my first time using this disgusting, gross weapon. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. Just swinging a chunk of meat. This isn't quite the contact I want to make with the Qunari, but I guess it's something. Yeah, I guess they... It's interesting they said that the Inquisition doesn't leave alive. Like, so I guess I can understand that them being hostile, because they probably think of us as... I don't know why they would think of us that way, though. Because aren't we generally seen as, like, good guys unless you're a bad guy? You know, like, I get that there's power and political complications, but, like... I don't know. Alright, so going pretty smoothly here. Who are you? Search for more information about the hostile Qunari. Alright, is that just another of those elven... Yeah, these are like the elven spirits. Okay. Okay. Yeah, let's push on. This is a cool refuge. Some kind of well-regarded, well-preserved tree. It's almost like a coconut tree, doesn't it? Same thing over here. Okay, kind of parallel structure going on. And let's whip some more. There's more of that purple fire. So the spearman's kind of nasty. This is just kind of the end of the battle. I assume it's the end of the battle. I didn't see anyone else.
Why did those Qunari attack the Inquisition on sight?
Qunari never act without orders. A commander in the Qun must have given them.
Are you saying the entire Qunari nation wants us dead?
Not necessarily.
Well, at last the Inquisition and Tevinter have something in common.
So we see... It's hard to tell if this is Fen'harel or if this is like a Fen'harel adherent. Probably a Fen'harel adherent, because I see... Well, I don't know for sure, but I think the red lips are intended to indicate that it's a female, and so... I mean, it could be anything, but that's just my guess at first. Alright, so there's a puzzle of some kind here. And the Fen'harel adherent is charging up the elves, or maybe... I don't think they're binding them. We'll come back to this in a sec. There's some puzzle there, and I don't want to just start fiddling around until I've checked out some of the other stuff here. Can I jump over this into the pew areas? Yes. Why do I do this? I don't know. No, I'm just looking around so far. One of those pews had that purple fire next to it, though. This I'm definitely interested in. Because why is this... Usually this has been here to guard stuff in the past. Maybe now it's just a pure indication of whatever force was there killing the Qunari being at work here too. Also see a treasure chest over there. Oh, so maybe it is guarding something. Unless, can I get to that treasure chest from this way? No, I can't. So I have to go... Yeah, I'll have to get through that fire eventually to reach that chest. Okay. Same thing here. Yeah, that's closed off. Okay. So let's go check out this. Can I boop this? No, I just went straight through the box. Let's see this puzzle here. I don't know if it's a puzzle yet, but it looks puzzle-ish. So let me examine. Okay.
That's Fen'harel, removing a Dalish elf's Valasleen.
Oh, it's removing
Not
it.
Dalish. They weren't Dalish yet, right?
Maybe the markings used to have a different meaning?
I'm guessing that they meant some kind. They indicated some kind of subservience to the gods. So the ones underneath the marked have already been... No, that's not right. Let's just turn them all on and see what happens. If it'll let us. Because maybe this isn't a puzzle at all. Maybe I'm way overthinking this. Okay, so I'm able to light them all up. Whether I want to or not is a different question. Yeah, so there's definitely a puzzle. This resets it. What happens if I just light up the ones under the doggo? No, that resets it. Oh, read. The Dreadwolf keeps its gaze on the one light that illuminates the way forward. The Dreadwolf keeps its gaze on the one light that illuminates the way forward. Okay, so it's gazing to this. And it's gazing on this. But there's only one light. So I've lit the two it's gazing at. Keeps its gaze on the light, one light that illuminates the way forward. Let's try just one then. Or wait. Let's try the opposite. Let's try doing the ones that are not under its gaze. Maybe that doesn't seem like it worked. Oh, this wolf. This wolf. Not just the painting wolves, but this wolf. Let's see. Because this is the dread wolf. It's so cute. I want to snuggle its nose. So it's pointing at that. So let's try lighting this one. I was just looking at the painting wolves. Yeah, there we go. Arrowwood.
What's this?
It's a bow. I knew you were looking at the passage. I don't think it's probably going to be better than what Sarah has, but we'll look at it for the lore. Arrowwood. An old Curiane tale speaks of an archer named Arrowwood who traded his heart to the spirit of an oak grove to become the greatest archer in the world. He conquered 100 keeps and slew the west wind with arrows that, once loosed, could never be stopped. Finally, Arrowwood shot the sun from the sky, turning day to night, and the Gothi sent a messenger to seek out the Witch of the Arbor Wilds. This has probably got to be, what's her name? Mythal slash, or not Mythal at the time, well, what's her name? The mom. Depending on the story's version, the messenger never found the witch and dealt with a demon instead, worked with for the witch and her daughters for a year and a day, or made a bargain with the Lady of the Skies. In all tellings, the messenger received a coil of fine silk, traveled to Arrowwood's keep, and secretly replaced the archer's bowstring with the magic silk. When Arrowwood tried to draw the bow, His heart shattered and he crumbled into dust. The Gothi bound his bow in an iron case and buried it in the Nahashin marshes so that no one could ever use it again. Well, we're using it now. I mean, we're not using it now, but... yeah, it's kind of a very clean-looking bow. Just kind of very straightforward. I like it. Okay. Yeah, let me return to my gross meat-wielding character. Oh, this is a wolf. The lifting of the Valasleen. A wash of powerful magic carries a sensation of determination. Images flash by. Former slaves in ranks with Fen'harel, armed and strong. Their skin is clear, their face tattoos, the elven Valasleen are gone. Words are not so much heard as felt. The brand of the Evanuris can be lifted from you, that all may know you oppose their cruelties. Yep, so that's what it is. None here are slaves. All are under our protection, all may choose to fight. This is going to be fucking up my character good.
These freed slaves actually fought back against the Evanuris posing as gods.
Interesting word, Evanuris. If all it means is mage leader, well, they were basically registers.
Yeah?
The Dalish are going to shit themselves.
She's got to be so happy about all this. Okay, so the boxes just keep coming back. You know what? Let me just check up there, up top first, because I don't know if this is the main progress path or not. What was that? Supply cache? Oh, yeah. I don't know if this is the main progress path. I'm worried that it's going to be more than I was bargaining for. I thought this was just going to be a small room. What's out here? This is what I wanted to check first. Late Veilfire. Why do I... okay. Maybe if I didn't have a mage with me. My question is, will I die if I jump off this? And the answer is surprisingly no. I really thought I would die. Acquired silverite, okay. I mean, there may well not be anything worth looking at out here, but I figure I'll just take a walk through, and if there's nothing here, I will see you back in the armory. Okay, yeah, I did a lap around the outside of this building, and I didn't really see much. All I saw was just some prophet laurel and some herbs. So down to the armory we continue. Hidden armory. So riches, treasures. Not sure what that white light is meant to mean. There's a goblet there. Does that indicate something I can eventually collect, or is that just for decoration or cosmetic? I don't know. A lot of Qunari over there. Some side paths here, loot, okay. Our elven buddies. And I will consider them buddies until they give us cause to think otherwise. You, though, are not buddies. You are targetable and hostile. I'm sure for good reason. I feel like if I had to bet on whether we're going to have to fight the purple dudes in the end, I'm going to bet yes, we're going to have to fight them. And I think we're going to end up aligning with the Qunari. These are really tough. Where's Sarah? I feel the loss of not having Solus in my party. I really do. I think, again, I'm glad I gave Dorian spirit skills, but, I mean, Solus was like spirit guy. He was Mr. Spirit. And so I was, whenever someone went down, he would always get revived, and I just felt a lot sturdier with him. The other hand, Dorian has firestorms and... Yeah, like I'm getting Undying a lot. Okay. Single incantation, did that say? I'll have to check that out. Plan of attack. This letter is written in both Qunari and the common tongue. I have read your reports. Station your people in the abandoned elven towers by the lake. It is a short distance from its entrance to the mirror that connects to Halam-Sharal. We will need the space to lodge our people after infiltration is complete. There's a map of the crossroads at the bottom with an arrow from the Elven Ruins alluvion to the alluvion that leads to the Winter Palace.
This letter says the Qunari came to these ruins because the alluvions connect to Halam-Sharal.
A staging ground for an invasion?
It was some sort of infiltration.
Yeah, I don't think it's just an invasion.
There's no more details.
I mean, here's the reason that they probably... So if they know that... Maybe they know that Solus is... Maybe they know that Solus is Fen'harel, and they know that Solus was on Team Inquisition. And so maybe they think that we're on Team Fen'harel as well. We might end up being on Team Fen'harel. I'm initially inclined to be on Team Fen'harel, but not... I mean, it's not just a transitive property thing. Note regarding the wolf statue. Remember, if you wish to move the statue, light the second sconce from the left as you face the wolf's head. Light the second sconce from the left as you face the wolf's head. Right, okay. Use the blue-green flame in the brazier. It is magic, but it will not harm you. Remember your duty to the Qun. When you light the sconce, a box clutched in the statue's paws will open. There's an item inside. Do not touch it. It is old and elven. We'll have a Sarabas examine it for magic when the time comes. Interesting. Yeah, just kind of guiding them on how to navigate. And they're acting like the elven stuff is like toxic. At least as far as I can read. Okay. Yeah, let's go into this alluvion. Vine-covered tower. So we're back. Is this where we started from? So is this does this lead to the purple fire tower? Yeah, so this is back kind of at the start. I'm not sure what else we're going to find here, so maybe this is just a shortcut and we're supposed to keep exploring that main area and I might have missed something. Yeah, it certainly feels like it. Let me head back. But I'm glad I opened up this shortcut. Oh, haha, okay. I've just been going back and forth looking for this more information about the hostile Qunari, and I wasn't finding anything, and I just flat out missed this. An unknown agent. This gore-splattered letter was written in both Qunari and the common tongue. 2 hours ago, an unknown intruder penetrated our defenses. Masked and cloaked, a mage, I wonder who this could possibly be, used magic to awaken spirits and turned them against us. Intruder moved as if they knew this place, fled after spirits awoke. Dozens dead, spirits kept attacking. Engagement not recommended, I guess it was going to say. Rest of the letter is illegible, the blood is still wet. So, it sounds from this like the Qunari were already dug in here before Solus came.
A note about an unknown intruder coming through an alluvion. They turned spirits against us, then fled.
It must be a mage. They killed any Qunari in the way and let the spirits do the rest.
2 parties then. The Qunari and a mystery agent determined to stop them.
Yeah, because before this letter...
We have to warn people about the Qunari's designs on the Winter Palace.
Before this letter, I had assumed that the excuse me, I had assumed that the Qunari were reacting to Solus, something Solus was doing, but now it sounds like Solus is reacting to Qunari, which is really unexpected. Let me just use this button again. So, no, I can't use that. Okay. Just going to double, triple dog check to make sure that there's still, that the fires are still there even after all that. Yep, still there. Okay. Update Liliana at the Winter Palace. Yeah, boy, do we have a story to tell her.
One dead Qunari was bad enough. Now we have more, and they're hostile.
This makes no sense. The Qunari may not be friendly to the Inquisition, but they have no reason to attack us.
They also have no reason to be here, or using Illuvians at all.
I've had the mirror placed under guard for now, Your Holiness.
Cullen, please just call me Liliana.
Yes, Your... Liliana.
You're Liliana. To the council, friends against him. Yeah, we'll track him down.
Qunari can't hide forever. They're inside those Illuvians somewhere.
We must ensure that the Qunari do not disrupt the negotiations. The Exalted Council is in a very delicate state.
We're just not going to tell anyone about
soothe
this?
the nobles' ruffled feathers while we solve the real problem.
Not when the Inquisitor insults everyone present by walking out in the middle of the talks. Our only advantage is that Orlais and Ferelden are divided in goal and grievance. If they unite against us, Divine Victoria will have no choice but to support their claims. We could lose everything.
Could we use the Qunari threat to remind everyone how valuable the Inquisition still is?
Not until we know more.
It's true, we don't know what their
It will
goal
be
is.
fine. I will attend to the Exalted Council.
And while Josie does that, we will investigate.
We, Your Holiness?
You do, Josie?
I'll head back to the crossroads. We need to find out what the Qunari are doing and why they attacked.
And I'll have a quiet word with our honor guard.
It's kind of neat to see everyone falling back into the old roles here. Like seeing some West Wing special of like 2 years later. Investigate the Qunari plot. Okay. Oh, so that's downstairs. Okay. Music is pretty sweet right now. Ooh, read. Oh my god, I was not ready for this. Hardin Hightown, Chapter 16. Donnan left the tavern and headed out through a moonless night. Fog clung to the streets and buildings like cobwebs, and the heavy air threatened rain. Any other night he would have gone straight up to the barracks, but he had appointments to keep. The keys at midnight. Apologies if I'm mispronouncing that word. I think it's pronounced keys. The keys at midnight exchanged the cacophony of swearing sailors for the mournful sound of distant bells in the harbor. Donnan found Wagner and his two thugs waiting just out of sight of the harbor master's office. In the fog, Wagner's white samurai coat made him gleam like a smug moon. Messer Boynokovich, I trust you've brought my merchandise? I guess Wagner should be German, but I don't know. I don't think there's a German accent in this game. Wagner smiled. Wagner smiled. Beside him, the tattooed Chasen cleaned what might have been blood from his nails with his dagger. Donnan reached into his coat and pulled out a small cloth-wrapped bundle. We should discuss a few things first. Wagner's eyes gleamed in the reflective light of his paunch. The price, of course. He gestured to the Skardander, who held up a bag of coins. 100 crowns should suffice, yes? That depends. Donnan toyed with the twine securing the bundle's wrapping. You killed Magistrate Dunwall, didn't you? After my run-in with your friends here, I realized the only blade that could have made that kind of stab wound was your chastened stone knife. Wagner shrugged. Men die all the time. Sarah, we should not let that unpleasantness get in the way of business. Another gesture, and the Ander strode forward to stand just inches away from Donnan, brandishing the bag of gold like a flail. And Javelin? Donnan asked. I know nothing of your partner's fate. Donnan handed over the bundle, and the Ander dropped the bag at his feet to deliver the prize to his boss. Wagner eagerly unwrapped the bundle, revealing an ancient, rusty, and pitted short sword. He frowned. This is not the blade. Both Chastened and Ander drew their daggers. Donnan held his ground. Pity you killed Dunwald for it, then. You'd think I'd kill a magistrate and not a guardsman? Wagner laughed. Unwise, Sarah. That's all we needed to hear. I don't know why you went with a French accent. This is just, Sarah's just like a British thing, right? Captain Hendelin stepped around the corner behind Donnan, a dozen guards with her. For the first time in months, he saw what might have been a smile on her face. Good work. I don't have a voice for her. Good work, guardsman. We'll take it from here. Okay. That was a delightful tangent from intense Qunari political intrigue. Don't you think, Pigeon? Okay. Let's see. Yeah, let's go into the Alluvion. Investigate the Qunari plot.
That path wasn't there before.
It's the Qunari, right? Rocks can't move themselves.
What path wasn't there? Was it this path? Or... Oh, no, they're talking about the path beyond, like to the left of this. Well, rocks can't move themselves, but the Qunari aren't... How do the Qunari move it? Yeah, this is definitely new, but I guess Qunari mages could have done it. I don't remember what the Qunari mages are like.
What could that be?
Fabergé egg. It's a handprint on it. Maybe it's like a passkey, like you need to have a certain hand to access it.
Let's see where our horned friends were headed.
So there's another Alluvion up here. We can get into it. Can we access this, or is this going to be locked off? And anything around here? No, there are these Fabergé eggs.
So that's how the Qunari moved the paths.
Wait.
Do a thing, rocks move. Switches are fine, whatever they look like.
Ah, that's what it does. That's what it does. That's what it does. Okay. Okay. So if I touch this one, then what happens? Nothing. I can't touch that one. But okay, so that's... Can I touch it multiple times to like make the path extend? Oh, that's cool. That's super cool. Maybe I'm not supposed to come here until later, but I don't know, the game's letting me do this now, and so... I don't think it's a secret, but it looks maybe something close to a secret.
Why are we playing silly buggers out here?
Playing what now? What is this? The throne of... Some badass throne.
Right, if we're killing demons, let's kill some ruddy demons.
Oh, Revenant. Yeah, this is definitely a secret. Oh god, dual shock battery low. The worst boss. Is there a second enemy here? There is 2 Revenants. Okay, this place is nasty. Incidentally, I'm also glad that I'm glad of nothing. Did she say leave Dorian? I will not. But we gotta take down one. Alright, we're doing that. Going into using the attack steroid. One down. Okay, good. And then it's just a matter of holding down the triangle button until one of us dies. That's not quite true. Well, it's kind of true, actually. Yeah, like I said, combat in this game is not the main reason I'm playing it. Alright, so what do we get? Revenant Helmet, Revenant Heart, okay. It's a creature research. That can't be all. That's what I'm talking about. The bind that guides. The following stacking bonus is granted on ability usage. 2 pieces, 10% attack speed, 3 pieces plus 10% movement speed, 4 pieces plus 1% heal on hit. Oh, so this is something that I'm going to collect pieces of as I go. Okay. At the least, though, it'll give... Right now it doesn't do anything. It's just 10% critical chance, I guess. No matter how loosely this belt is tied, after a few steps it warps itself snugly around the waist. The stitching, while fine, is of a strange thin thread that resembles hair and can't be cut with even the sharpest knife. Notes on methods of enchantment. The writing on these papers aches to be looked at, shimmering slightly as if under an enchantment. The notes are handwritten, but each letter is as perfectly uniform as from a printing press. Notes on the third attempt. 2 enchantments whose matrices should have meshed caught. The combustion caused such damage it broke several previously forged pieces. There's now a resonance between them, however, and light on my thoughts. An enchantment linked in tandem. As the neck turns the head or the wrist twists the hand. So this is just saying that there's some kind of, like, when you combine different enchantments together, they can form something greater than the sum of their parts. And let's read this to wrap up the session. Moldy Journal. Mold and rot have eaten most of the pages of these books. The remaining vellum is covered in spiky handwriting with spelling that is either archaic, wildly idiosyncratic, or both. Saw yet cross from the Volca, that which draggeth souls down to its larder in the brine dark. His beast preyeth on humble wits and goldsworn. Even on humble wits and goldsworn even, so both humble wits and goldsworn, so both rich and poor maybe. And the tower's keeper declares, I will rest here if it would ease me. The elven which pulled me grip up from my end kens he is the last of his kind. I made it known elven lives south-like, but he says it would not be as it was, and I said that's ever true, and he laughed lark-like. That's got to be, soulless in days of old. Come dark, he showed me a mirror deep strange, an alluvian sworn to been in his family for... Yeah, so this is, I guess, Solus introducing whoever was here to the alluvians. Interesting. Yeah, I'm going to call it for here, just for time reasons, but thank you for watching, and next time we're going to continue on. I'm going to try to check the top alluvian first next, the one at the top of that hill, and then I'll check the bottom one afterwards. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.